Welcome to The Unstoppables, where we shine a light on some of the world's most successful and inspiring entrepreneurs. Carla Walker-Miller is the founder and CEO of energy services company Walker-Miller, a 21-year-old values-driven company that changes lives through energy. Walker-Miller Energy Services works with utility companies, businesses, and homeowners to design and implement solutions toward more sustainable, cost-effective energy. Within her company, Carla has also introduced some transformational business schemes, such as a second chance policy, allowing people with felony records to apply for jobs, and a higher minimum wage for all employees. Her work is shaping future policies, as well as decreasing energy bills within communities. Startup guru and tech influencer Lauren Mylan spent a day inside her world.
I'm here in Detroit to meet Carla Walker-Miller, the visionary founder and CEO, and a Black woman who has trailblazed her way to the very top of the energy industry. Tell us how Walker-Miller Energy came to be.
In 2000, I was actually working for a large global company, and I was exhausted with trying to fit into the construct that existed at the time. I spent way too much of my energy trying to get people to see past my skin color and my gender. It was much more of a challenge than anyone would imagine, especially in a very technical white male environment. And I realized that I'm an engineer. I know how to sell large power equipment, and really haven't looked back.
Wow, you're pioneering some incredible frameworks.
We are the bridge between the traditional utility and electrification and mobility. We're going to be part of the solution to the infrastructure of the future. That one-stop shop where you can get an EV charging station, a battery, a fuel cell, and you can get some great engineering that tie it all together.
So, where are we?
We are in the Grandale neighborhood of Detroit, and this is O'Shea Solar Park. It's a 2-megawatt solar array, and to have it in just a regular community where children can actually see the promise of the future.
It's incredible.
It's exciting to me. Energy is usually considered a utility, but now we're going to decide how we use energy and how it's generated.
Carrie Dugan served with the U.S. Department of Energy Agency Review and is now the CEO of a sustainability strategy consulting firm. We met up to talk about the scope of Carla's work.
Tell me a little bit about your relationship with Carla within this industry.
Carla is somebody I met, and I was blown away by her. She is out there as a thought leader in energy efficiency, renewable energy, sustainable transportation. She's an important voice, but more importantly, watching her scale nationally has been really, really fun as a partner. I can see her having influence on federal policy because her programs are going to be the ones that people are looking for guidance under her leadership. And her leadership coming out of Detroit, I think, is going to be a beacon for many people in this space.
Every single person uses energy, right? And I want our team to represent every person in our country. The energy industry should look different. I want everyone to feel that they have a place and a mission in renewable and sustainable energy, because that's really what it's going to take to meet the challenges of climate change.
Why a second chance hiring policy?
The first time I interviewed, it's none of my business whether you've been convicted of a felony. I want the luxury of seeing you for who you are. We are cutting out a very large part of the population of this country when we say a felony conviction. And especially with the labor shortage now, it makes all the sense in the world.
But you also support a lot of women in this city.
Absolutely. Black women have a harder entry point because we have so little access into the energy industry. So I invite women, Black women in particular, and when I bring people in, I want them to be successful at my company, but I want them to go farther than me.
To find out more about Carla's values-driven approach to hiring, I sat down with a group of women Carla has empowered within the industry.
Hi, ladies. Hi. It is such a pleasure to meet all of you. What do you feel Carla's impact has been on the energy industry?
her passion for people who may be disenfranchised, is the impact that she has. People are wanting to partner with Walker-Miller because they see that's where things are going to.
I think that she is setting a blueprint for minority-owned businesses to follow, no matter what their industry is.
One of Carla's things is, we can teach you energy. Who are you going to be for this company, and who are you going to be for the community?
To be a woman of color within this industry, what does that mean to you?
To be the CFO, it allows me to inspire other Latinas and other women to see that it is possible to dream and to make your dreams come true.
I got into this industry to feed my kids, but there was this additional labor to represent Black people, to be the face. It was uncomfortable. It was something that mentally I had not prepared myself for. What I found through Carla was I can be completely myself.
Carla and I had the opportunity to connect about race, about equity, about access to opportunity. And I didn't come here looking for energy, I came here looking for Carla.
When the recession hit, I was selling large power equipment and orders were canceled. There were cancellation charges, there were restocking charges. It was a long, grueling, painful climb from the bottom. And one of the first things that banks did was they recalled the credit. I was actually $250,000 in debt, and it took me 2 years to get back up to zero. I was scouring the internet, buying anything that I could resell at a profit. Anything. I would look at an RFP, I would source, and I would sell it at a profit.
You've come a far way from just feeding your family and putting food on the table, right?
There was a lot of fake it till you make it mentality, knowing that things would be better, just having that confidence and faith.
How on earth did you do it with 3 children?
My kids were really young when I started a business. Some days were a struggle. You're making decisions about whether the bunny breakfast for Easter is more important to them than the meeting you need to go to. Some days I went to bed at night very proud of my journey as a mother, and some days I know I did not.
After disclosing some of the pressures she faced as a successful working mother, Carla invited me to speak with her daughter, Madeline.
What was it like for you growing up?
During my early childhood, we had an awesome relationship. Our roughest patch was maybe between 13 and 15. Sometimes I just wanted my mom there. Events would come up and she just couldn't be there. Of course, I totally understand now. I know that I wouldn't have accomplished so many of the things without her.
What is the vision that you have today with the successes that you now have under your belt?
So when people talk about energy diversity, they talk about different types of energy generation, which is absolutely true. We have to move from fossil fuels to renewable, sustainable. There's so much growth opportunity in the cities and the utilities where we are, but the people who are working in the industry need to be so much more diverse than they are right now. I started out just to make money, for my family. My vision for success now is unlimited. It's for my children, it's for my community, it's for people all over, and particularly Black people.
It's just been such a joy to get to know you better.
This has been wonderful, Lauren.
Carla really is an amazing woman of courage. By changing the world of energy, diversifying the workforce, and reducing inequalities, she's paving the way for her industry to follow.